Hello, my dear friend, and welcome to this new lesson. Today we are going to talk about something that is very close to all of us. Something that you experience every single day. Something that shapes your actions, your thoughts, and even your relationships with people around you. And that is your feelings. You see, feelings are not just small emotions that come and go. They are like colors that paint the picture of your life. And every day, depending on the situation, you might see different colors. Sometimes your life feels bright and yellow because you are happy and everything is going well. But sometimes your life feels gray and heavy because you are sad or worried. Now, why is it important to talk about your feelings? It is important because when you can express your feelings, you can understand yourself better. And when you can understand yourself better, you can also connect more deeply with other people. For example, imagine you are feeling stressed because you have too much work, but you don't know how to express this in English. So when your friend asks you, you just say, "I'm fine," even though inside you are not fine. This creates a distance between you and your friend, because your friend cannot understand what is really happening with you. But if you can say, "I feel stressed today because I have a lot of work and I don't have enough time to rest," then your friend understands you, and maybe your friend can even support you. So, talking about your feelings is not only good for your English practice, it is also good for your mental health, your emotional health, and your relationships. Feelings are everywhere. Every single day you wake up in the morning and you already start to feel something. Sometimes you wake up and you feel fresh. You feel motivated and you feel ready to start the day. But sometimes you wake up and you feel tired. You feel heavy and you just want to stay in bed. These are feelings. They are always with you. During the day, your feelings can change many times. For example, in the morning, you might feel a little nervous because you have an important meeting. But after the meeting, you might feel relieved and happy because everything went well. In the afternoon, you might feel excited because you are going to meet a friend. But later in the evening, you might feel lonely when you are at home. All these feelings are part of your daily life. This is why learning how to describe them in English is very important. Because the more you can describe, the more you can share, and the more people can understand you. Basic feelings and longer sentences. Let us now practice some basic feelings, but with long and useful sentences that you can use in real life. Happy. Instead of just saying, "I am happy," you can say, "I am feeling very happy today because I received some good news from my family, and it makes me feel light and positive, as if everything around me is shining." Instead of just saying, "I am sad," you can say, "I feel sad this evening because I was expecting a call from my friend, but it never came. And now I feel a little lonely and disappointed." Angry. Instead of just saying, "I am angry," you can say, "I feel angry right now because I worked very hard on a project. But my boss did not even notice my effort, and it makes me frustrated and upset." Afraid? Instead of just saying, "I am afraid," you can say, "I am feeling afraid because tomorrow I have an interview, and I don't know what kind of questions they will ask me. So I feel nervous and worried at the same time." Excited. Instead of just saying, "I am excited," you can say, "I feel so excited because next week I will travel to a new city that I have never visited before, and I am looking forward to exploring new places and meeting new people. Calm. Instead of just saying, I am calm, you can say, I am feeling calm right now because I am sitting in a quiet room, drinking some tea and listening to soft music, and it makes me feel peaceful and relaxed. As you see, when you make the sentences longer, you do not only practice the word for the feeling, but you also add reasons, situations, and details. This makes your English sound more natural, and it helps other people to understand you better. When we talk about feelings, it is not only about saying I am happy or I am sad. It is about really learning how to describe the reasons, the situations, and the effects of these feelings in your life. For example, instead of only saying, I am nervous, you can create a full picture with your words. I feel nervous because tomorrow, I will give a presentation in front of many people, and I am not sure if I will remember all my points. So my stomach feels tight and my hands are a little shaky. When you describe your feelings in this way, you are not just practicing vocabulary, you are practicing real communication. You are practicing how to share what is inside your heart and your mind, and that is what makes language beautiful. Positive feelings. Let us begin with some positive feelings, because everyone loves to feel good. Joy. Instead of saying only, I feel joy, you can say, I feel a lot of joy today because I spent time with my family. We laughed together, we ate delicious food, and these small moments make me realize how lucky I am to have people who love me. Gratitude. You can say, I feel grateful because even though my life is not perfect, I have enough food to eat, I have a safe place to sleep, and I have friends who care about me, and this makes my heart feel warm. Love. You can say, I feel love in my heart when I talk to my mother, because even when I am tired or sad, just hearing her voice makes me calm and gives me strength to continue. Pride. You can say, I feel proud because I worked very hard on my English, and today I noticed that I can understand a video without subtitles, and this shows me that my practice is really helping. As you can see, each feeling becomes alive when you add reasons and situations. Negative feelings. Now, let us look at negative feelings, because these are also part of our life, and it is important to know how to talk about them. Loneliness. You can say, I feel lonely tonight because I wanted to go out with my friends, but everyone was busy. So now I'm sitting alone in my room looking at my phone, wishing I had someone to talk to. Disappointment. You can say, I feel disappointed because I studied very hard for the test, but the result was not what I expected, and now I feel that my effort was not enough. Frustration. You can say, I feel frustrated because I want to speak English fluently, but when I try to speak, I forget the words, and it makes me angry with myself. Fear. You can say, I feel afraid when I walk alone at night on a dark street, because I don't know if something bad might happen, and my heart beats faster. Notice something. Every time you describe your feelings with a long sentence, you are not only using the word like sad or happy, you are also practicing many other useful words like because, when, so, but, and. These small words are called connectors, and they help you to make your English more natural and more fluent. Talking about mixed feelings. Sometimes in life, you don't feel only one emotion. Sometimes you feel many emotions at the same time. For example, you can feel happy and nervous together, You can feel excited but also a little afraid. This is normal, and it happens to everyone. Let me give you an example. I feel happy because tomorrow I will start a new job, but at the same time, I feel nervous because I don't know if my new colleagues will like me or if I will do everything correctly. Another example, I feel excited about traveling to a new country, but I also feel worried because I don't know the language and I'm not sure how people will treat me. These are called mixed feelings, and they are very common in real life. When you learn to describe them, your English becomes much richer because you are showing the complexity of human emotions. Sometimes talking about feelings is not easy because feelings are invisible. You cannot touch them with your hands. You cannot see them with your eyes. And sometimes you cannot even explain them clearly to yourself. But when you start practicing how to describe your emotions in English with longer sentences, little by little, it becomes easier. Feeling nervous. Let us take the example of feeling nervous. If you only say, "I am nervous," people might understand, but they do not know why. If you make the sentence longer, people can see your situation. I feel nervous today because I am going to meet new people for the first time. And I am not sure if they will like me or if I will be able to talk confidently. So my heart is beating a little faster than usual. Do you see? With one long sentence, you are not only saying you are nervous, but you are painting the picture of why and how. Feeling excited. Now let us look at the feeling of excitement. Excitement is a positive feeling, but if you only say, "I am excited," it is too small. You need to expand the idea. I feel so excited because tomorrow I will travel with my best friend to a new city, and we have already planned to visit many places, eat delicious food, and take a lot of pictures. And I cannot stop thinking about how amazing this trip will be. Here, the long sentence shows the reason for the excitement, the plan for the future, and the emotional energy you have. Feeling confused. Confusion is also a very common feeling. Instead of just saying, "I am confused," you can explain it in more detail. I feel confused right now because I received 2 different messages from my teacher, and one message says that the test is on Monday, but the other message says that the test is on Wednesday. So I don't know which one is correct, and I don't want to make a mistake. Now the listener can understand your problem and your feelings. Feeling calm. Calm is a positive and peaceful feeling. Instead of only saying, "I feel calm," try this. I feel calm this afternoon because I decided to go for a walk in the park. And the weather was perfect, the birds were singing, and the fresh air made me feel free from stress and full of peace. As you can see, when you add details like time, place, reasons, and results, your English becomes alive. Your message becomes clear, and your feelings become more real to the listener. You practice talking about your feelings with long sentences. You are doing 2 important things at the same time. First, you are improving your English because you are practicing grammar, vocabulary, and connectors like because, so, when, but, and although. Second, you are also improving your emotional intelligence, which means your ability to understand and explain your emotions clearly. Feeling tired. For example, imagine the feeling of being tired. If you only say, "I am tired," people will know a little, but they will not understand the full story. Now listen to this longer version. I feel very tired tonight because I woke up early in the morning. I went to work, I finished many tasks, and after that, I still had to go shopping and cook dinner. So now my body feels heavy and I just want to lie down and rest. This one sentence tells the listener the reason, the activities, and the result of the feeling. Feeling motivated. Now let's try the opposite. Sometimes you are not tired. Sometimes you feel motivated. Instead of saying only, I feel motivated, you can say, I feel really motivated today because I set a clear goal for my English practice, and I can already see small progress, like understanding more words and speaking with more confidence, and this progress gives me energy to continue. Feeling embarrassed. Embarrassment is another very common emotion. Instead of just saying, I feel embarrassed, you can explain the situation. I feel embarrassed because today in class I answered a question, but I made a mistake with my pronunciation, and everyone laughed a little. And even though it was not serious, my face turned red and I wanted to hide. Feeling hopeful and afraid together. Sometimes your feelings are mixed. You can feel hopeful and afraid at the same time. For example, I feel hopeful because I applied for a scholarship to study abroad. And if I get it, it will change my life. But at the same time, I feel afraid because I know the competition is strong, and I don't know if I will succeed. This is a real-life example of how human emotions are not always simple. Final note for this section. The more you practice building long sentences to describe your feelings, the more natural your English will become. Do not be afraid to repeat yourself. Do not be afraid to use simple words many times. Remember, the goal is not to sound perfect. The goal is to express yourself clearly and honestly. Friends, if you liked this podcast and you want to improve your English even more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you will not miss any new lessons. Also, I encourage you to watch this video many times because repetition helps your brain remember the new words and sentences. Take a notebook and write down all the new words and expressions you hear, and try to use them in your daily life. This is very important if you want to improve quickly. Now, I have a question for you. Which feeling do you experience most often in your daily life? And how do you express it in English? Write your answer in the comments below. I really want to read your answers and help you if you make mistakes. Remember, practice is the key. And every time you try to speak or write about your feelings, you get better and better. See you in the next lesson, and keep practicing your English every day.